Well, good morning and good evening. I don't expect anybody to really show up to this, really, but I wanted to say Happy May Day. Happy May Day. I gotta check that. Two, testing one, two, testing one, two. I just got a drop and hook at my shipper or receiver, and now I'm headed to get it washed out and then go and pick up the next load by late this afternoon, and then head to Jessup, Maryland. I know most of the people that take the time to watch my videos or streams, whatever, but I like to pass along some information that you can actually learn something. And I challenge those, the naysayers or my trolls. Go ahead, look it up for yourself if I'm wrong. I could be wrong every now and then, but I'm going to address May Day, which is today, and it already happened for the rest of the world. May Day is a holiday that the whole world celebrates it, except this one that I live in, which is a double irony. If you look at it, the whole world celebrates a holiday for the working class, which country's origin of May Day is the only country that don't celebrate it. It's funny, isn't it? It started in my hometown and where I was born, Chicago, Illinois. Some of the history buffs titled it the Hay Riots. Well, Chicago's not known for hay, and it wasn't a riot, depending on how you look at it. The corporations and the rich are going to make sure that anything that deals with workers like us who are not rich and wealthy, it's bad, and it's bad for you to stand up to them. And what it was is they put an end to the 12-hour days and went to a 40-hour work week. And they put an end to childhood labor. Now, capitalism didn't do that. Capitalism fought against it. That's the whole idea of the economic system in which we live, capitalism, is to exploit the workers, regardless of their age. They did not care. How you doing, Kane? How you doing, Tammy? Happy May Day. This is the day the entire world celebrates for the working class, except for the country of the holiday's origin. And let me tell you why we did celebrate it, but we ended May Day and moved it to Labor Day, early September. You want to know why we did that? Because back in the 1950s, the anti-communist movement was so intense that they ended May Day and moved it to Labor Day. And this is childish shit. But I live in it. I'm sick of living in it. Because of McCarthyism. Oh, communism, they're evil, bad. They'll shoot your dog. They're all these evil people. And they don't have a clue. Nobody has a clue what communism really is. Communism is an economic system, not a governmental one. I know that's confusing for most people. Just like capitalism is an economic system, not a governmental system. Our government system is a democratic republic. And the word republic, I know a lot of right wingers get a hard on when you say that because they don't even know what it means when you ask them. All republic means is we're not ruled by a monarchy. And democratic means everybody has an equal vote. But to have true democracy, we don't have that here in the United States. Oh, okay, Tammy. Do a video or some sorts. You know, I could not find his channel anymore. Cemetery Views. That's what he called it, wasn't it? If not, could you post his link to his channel in the chat for me? I could not find his channel because I wanted to go back and watch some of the videos. But that tells you the hypocrisy right here in the United States. We are the worst when it comes to hypocrisy. And we as Americans try to play both sides at the same time. It does not work that way. You can't be both. You're either one or the other. Or you step away from that and choose something else. Like they make it sound like you have to be a Republican or a Democrat here. No. We have third parties. They're not all that big, but they're starting to get very popular. See, that's what's funny about America. We got freedom of choice here. Really? Yeah, you can go to the grocery store and get 48 different types of soup or 28 delicious flavors of classic rice-a-roni. But when it comes to something as important as politics, two's enough. We know better. But you go to Europe and look at their most of their governments. There's some that have over 12 political parties. And a lot of people may not know this, but Portugal, the president, the Communist Party is in charge of Portugal. And is not quite the only one. The Greeks are run by a socialist party. One type of socialism. There are many different types. I don't know if it's Syriza or Golden Dawn. I can't remember which one. But Syriza had a mandate, and their economics, the person in charge of the economics was Yanis Varoufakis. Very intelligent man. And he tried to sort out the problems of the Greek economical problem because they've been in a Great Depression for a long time. But they also have a good-sized Nazi party in Greek politics too. Just so you know. Anyway, I figured I could show everybody downtown Nashville. Yeah, it's just up the road here a little ways, and then I got to head north of there. Go back into Kentucky and head to Horse Cave. Hi, Jerry boy. Hey, if you do a live stream today, Just let me know, Jerry boy. I'll come on in. I just came on here to wish everybody a happy May Day, even though the United States, the origin of that holiday, is the only country in the world that don't celebrate it, which is an irony, isn't it? Can't help people celebrate May Day because they have to manufacture their consent by having people vote against their own interest. Like, oh, yeah, you're going to be one of us one day. You got to work hard and go to school. Yeah, there are millions of kids that have done that over the years, and they're still living in abject poverty and can't pay their student loans, which student loans didn't exist until the early 80s. See, we used to boast about that free education, free education. Be watching Saturday morning cartoons, commercials be saying free education, only place in the world free education. Because my sisters went to the University of Illinois, and you know how much they paid per year? I think it was like $200, and that was it. That was just to cover their lunches in the cafeteria. Yeah, college used to be free, but no. The capitalism system doesn't want that. So we started loading people up with debt. It's America. Because liberty, equality, and fraternity, we do not have that here in the United States. Yeah, you get to vote for president, but that's about as far as it's going to go. Because, like I said, the important things in life, there is no democracy unless you're self employed, like me, or you work in a worker co op. Now you got democracy in the workplace. But everybody else, oh no. As I told people in previous live streams, this is our economic system in which we live in a nutshell. The mass of people in this economic system, capitalism, are required to live with the consequences of the decisions made by the corporate leaderships, decisions from which you and I are excluded. Whatever else you call that system, it's not democratic. That hurts a lot of people's feelings because you can't argue with that. And a lot of them might get the same thing. Well, that's different. No, it's not. When Thomas Jefferson wrote the treasonous document for my British friends that we were going to break away from the crown, did he say only here but not there? Not that I know of. Oh yeah, that'd be good, Jamie. I'd check it out. The load that I picked up the other day, and I've delivered just about 30 minutes ago. Land O'Lake, that's a worker cooperative. That means the employees own it. They're their own boards of directors. What that means is they all vote by majority vote. They work normally like they do Monday through Thursday. Friday, they still come to work. But that day is sitting down and sharing ideas for the future or to change something or to make something better, and everybody votes on it. That's what a worker co op is. There isn't just a handful of people, which is the board of directors, which is anywhere between 5 to 15 people who just, they do absolutely nothing. They make the important decisions, and they get to decide what's done with the surplus that you workers had helped create. But you get no say in that. That's why we have in the United States such a pay gap. Like one of your boards of directors on a company like McDonald's or Walmart, let me tell you how much they make. It worked out per hour. They get a little over $9,000 an hour. A member of a board of directors of Walmart or McDonald's, monster companies. Those who make over $9,000 an hour do not want their employees to get $15 an hour. I mean, come on, appreciate America. Oh, Jerry Boy, there we go. Hi, Jerry Boy.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me clearly and good, like normal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm making sure that my headset was connected. But you see what I preach, and it makes a lot of sense to you, doesn't it?
What's that noise?
I don't know.
That's not me, is it?
Don't worry about paying for that drawing that Sheer making for you. I took care of it. I'm going to take care of it. I just tell me I don't know how much it's going to cost to ship. I said, well, give me a price on the cost to ship. I got it.
Oh, you didn't need to do that.
Well, you sent me a couple of T-shirts, and plus you're on a fixed income. You need everything you got.
Why is that squealing noise? I'm hearing the squealing noise here.
I don't know.
Hold on. What's there?
Because I'm barely at a crawl right here.
Hold on a minute. That's weird.
Yeah, that place.
Yeah.
That place I was at. Let me mute and let me know yes or no if you still hear it.
No, I can't hear it now. It must be your side.
Yeah, it's got to be me if I'm muted. And do you hear it again?
Yeah.
Okay, let me disconnect my headset and reconnect.
Yeah, it could be that, sometimes it happens with headsets, Sometimes.
Can you hear me, Jerry Boy?
Yeah.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Thank God.
It was a kind of ear-piercing noise, like a squealy ear-piercing noise, and I'm like, oh, jeez. Yeah, sometimes headphones do that kind of shit, But yeah.
But I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I mean, I didn't create this. I just learned about economics and its history. And people think that because they were raised to believe, it was indoctrinated in them that capitalism is the best thing since sliced bread and will never go away.
Yeah, terrible.
And I tell them, every economic system in history, slavery, feudalism, capitalism, primitive tribalism, are born, evolve over time, and die. And, capitalism is no exception. Born 17th century England. A lot of Americans assume that we invented it. No. The British did back in the 17th century. And then it spread throughout Europe. The French had their revolution in 1789. We had our Civil War, which ended slavery, and we brought in capitalism. We were the late ones on that one. And it's matured over time, and let's see what's the next step. It dies. You can look around and see how capitalism is dying. It's overthrowing itself is what it is, because that's the way the economic system is set up. And then they want to talk about, oh, I like free markets. Throughout human history, there's always been free markets. We sold slaves on the free market.
Yeah.
There's always been markets.
Midgets on the free market. I'm only joking. We don't say
Well,
legends.
well, Ringling Brothers probably did back in the day.
I don't know. Hey. Is it midgets every day? Do you know it's like that movie you were talking about? That Gitch, him out of Gitch and Chong? Where yeah, I don't want to say it this time of the day, that day. Yeah, it was there. No, I don't want to swear.
Uh, I would hope the I was writing a screenplay where they can another movie of Cheech and Chong,
Yeah.
and I think it would be excellent because everybody's wanting them. Been doing live shows together, you know, but I've been writing a good funny ass movie for them. They're in a nursing home and they smoke weed
Yeah.
still.
Well,
They,
they're not always smoke weed anyway.
yeah, yeah, but in a nursing home, oh, that's going to be hilarious.
I watched that one where they were smoking weed. Was it Up in Smoke? I can't remember what one it is, but they were smoking weed. Hey, man. He's crazy, that did.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to call it like Cheech and Chong smoke retirement or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Hey, man, you don't give me that, man. Don't take it all yourself, dude.
But that would be hilarious. That's one idea I've come up with. And if nobody's told them that, they could think, "Oh, I got a lot of good ideas with that one too." Just to add to it. I believe it would be a hilarious movie.
They'd be a good age now, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they're both in their 70s, or
Yeah.
I think Tommy Chong is almost 80, I believe. I mean, they're both in
Yeah,
great shape, but we
I
could put them
think
in a nursing home.
I think I've seen one of the Kitchen Chong brothers and something in TV before. I know he was
Yeah,
in one of them was in From Dusk Till Dawn.
yeah. Cheech Moranin was. He was the one in front of the titty twister saying, "Pussy, pussy, pussy.
Oh
If you,
yeah, that was
if
that.
you, we got a blowout deal for you. If you buy your first piece of pussy at regular price, you could buy your second piece of pussy for only a penny. And if you can find it anywhere cheaper, fuck it."
That was a good. That was a good one. I
Oh,
remember that.
yeah, everybody
Well,
died laughing, and just that one part that Cheech Moranin did, that's what made the movie explode because everybody laughed at that part. Cheech Moranin, they were even cheering in the theater, and right after he did that spew and that part in the movie in the theater, everybody was applauding. Going, yes.
yeah, it was good. Oh, that's a good movie. It was hilarious. The Gitchin Chong movies are good as well, though. They're
Uh huh.
funny.
Yeah, but everybody's been dying for them to do another one. A real good one, bring back the spirit of what they did years ago. And I believe them getting stoned at a nursing home because they're at a nursing home, and
I think
some of the patients get stoned with them. Imagine an old lady in a wheelchair getting stoned with them that's got dementia or Alzheimer's.
yeah.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
What was I going to say? I forgot. I was going to say something. I can't remember what it was. No, I've lost it. I had something to say there and I forgot. Yeah. No, you didn't need to pay for that Tron, honestly.
Oh, I already took care of it.
Well, can't argue then, can
You gave me the 2 T-shirts that my son won't let me have back. He wore them
I?
to school. My son did.
Did it? No. Well, at least they're getting used. You know.
Yeah, just like the Sammy T-shirt. He claimed it too. Like, ooh, Dad, who's the girl on the back? I said, that's Griselle, a friend of hers. But he knew Sammy was a lady boy though. Just
Oh
like I
yeah.
told you, my kids are non-judgmental, and I never taught them that. They must have inherited that from me because I'm not. Well, their mother is non-judgmental too.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with lady boys. Don't get me wrong, but it's just
I may not partake, but I'm not going to sit there and talk shit about them either.
yeah, it's not my cup of tea. But I mean,
Uh-huh. Just like I don't drink. It doesn't mean I hate people who do. Matter of fact, I buy people drinks.
yeah, yeah. I watched one Cockney versus Zombies. Oh, I've seen that movie. Well, I've seen it. I've watched it, but I've seen it like when I'm going through the movies.
Oh,
Cockney
she might
versus
be talking
Zombies.
about. She might be talking about Zombie Strippers. It had Robert England in it. He was the bar owner.
No, it's a movie called Cockney versus Zombies.
I never seen that one. I don't think.
No, I have seen it. Like I think I was going through some of my stuff and I seen it popping up. But I never watched it. I was watching some of that Fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even though
job of that.
everybody, usually when it gets warm. I mean, I started the barbecue season, and during the eclipse, and then everybody else started raking out their barbecues. Usually, what they call the barbecue season, where people cook out on a regular basis, usually starts Memorial Day, May 31st. That's when the pools open up and everything. But it's getting warm so early and nice. Some people are doing it earlier, and usually Memorial Day is a big barbecue day, 4th of July, and then Labor Day. Labor Day is like the last day of the barbecue season, but it's been going all the way into October.
Do you know, I planned a, do you know what I planned, Sean? A 24-hour stream.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to
I know.
be Ryan. He's 13 hours. I said, I can do
I
it.
I know Darren pulled it off once, and I know he felt like shit towards the end there.
I'll do it though. I'll probably do a chat for first half, second half. I'll just play games.
Because you're gonna have people going in and out, like me. I'd be in and out the entire time.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I need to get myself psyched up for it though, you know. If you get a chance to watch Cockneys versus Zombies, watch it. I'll
Okay.
watch it.
Yeah. Thanks for reading the chat for me, Jerry boy, because I can't do it.
Yeah, I'll ever watch it as well if it's funny, Might use it too. I just
Yeah, I forget.
finished the live there, Sean. It was over 3 hours. I was playing Mafia Remake. Pretty good game.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to do a live stream on April 20th. That's Earth Day. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
But yeah,
I know our right wing government here in the United States were pissed off because of the date that was set for. I think it was the last day of March 31st, is LGBTQ exception day. Okay, and it fell on Easter moves around. Okay. And it happened to fall on that day, and they tried to say Joe Biden did it on purpose. I'm like, Biden did this like 4 or 5 years ago, or back when he was the vice president. I mean, it happened years ago. It just by accident, Easter ends up falling on the same day. Well, and then I was like, okay, what are you people going to do next year when it falls on 420? Earth Day and Easter is going to be on the same day along with 420, because 420 is the stoner day.
Yeah. But I don't know, honestly. I'll tell you something though, if Trump gets back in, that will not be good. That's going to be bad.
Yeah, Easter's on 420. No shit. Make sure there's some extra grass in the Easter basket, man.
So how you doing, Tammy? How's things? I've been up all night actually. And Anna just did that live stream. And never mind, It gets me into practice for a 24-hour stream, I reckon I could pull it off, no problem.
Yeah, I can't remember, but Glenn Jones, that lives in Ashbury Park, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Popular DJ. He used to have his show on Road Dog Trucking Radio 146. I think it's still 146 on satellite Sirius XM radio. He used to have a program called IBJ. It was from midnight to 4 in the morning. He would pair two truck drivers together, and you just have a casual conversation. Oh, we would talk to Jonesy too. Jones. He went by Jonesy as his nickname, and he still holds the world record for the longest consecutive session of DJing. And I think he did it like 3 days straight. It was totally insane.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Tammy. I don't know that. But yeah, it's not good when you lose people. I mean, I dread the day when my mum dies, to be honest. I hope that isn't for a little while, though.
Yeah, I think Mimi will take care of you then.
You just... it's going to happen someday, Oh dear. But yeah. I think the 24-hour stream will do 12 hours of chat and maybe the other half games.
Yeah, just show everybody what you do, when you're not on a live stream. Oh, this is when you go to the toilet. Oh, this is when you take a shower. Oh, this is when you do that. Yeah. Show everybody what the hell.
Yeah. You see, that's weird how people ask you such stupid questions, though, isn't it? Sorry, I was just taking a painkiller and my stomach's a bit sore. It happens sometimes, But you ask you stupid questions, Sean, like how do you go to the toilet? Like everybody else except in a wheelchair. Well, I don't go to the toilet in the wheelchair, but get in there, go onto the toilet. Man, they ask such stupid questions, but don't they? So
if they have half a brain and think about it, they can pretty much well figure it out.
I mean, it's weird questions. So how do you have sex? I'm like, just the same as everybody else lying down. Yeah, but say what? See,
that's a good thing about Filipinas. They like you. I don't know if you know this, but Filipinas love being on top. That makes it easier. You just lay there. Yeah. Now I learned that because when you do a video call with them, if you're in an LDR or whatever, they always like it when you're laying down because they can look at you and say, oh, that's what it looks like. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Not a good thing, that, Tammy, is it? Yeah. Bad. It's bad.
Well, there's downtown.
Hey, my way downtown.
We'll eventually get to it. In a mile and a half, I'm getting off this highway, thank God. But it's probably like this where until I get out of the Nashville area. That's why I call it Crashville, because traffic is always like this in the mornings and most of the day. Now let me see if I can't remember how to do this. Oh yeah, the layout. Let me see this.
Oh, how did it get taken away, Tammy? I don't understand. You take flowers to somebody's grave, honestly.
Yeah, there we go. Now y'all can see downtown right in front of me.
Yeah.
Well, it's between the trees, off in the distance. You can see the buildings and everything. Music capital of the world. Bachelorette capital of the world too.
Yeah.
And my question is why Nashville? I don't get it. But believe it or not, a lot of your celebrities and music or whatever, they live here in Nashville now. They moved out of Beverly Hills and Hollywood and all that long ago. Like Meatloaf, I didn't know Meatloaf lived here, and he's buried here somewhere. Like in Nashville, Tennessee. Really? Like that's when I learned they all moved. A lot of them moved here.
I'm just cutting the grass. Goddamn lawnmowers. Never mind. I don't know if you can hear that noise. Somebody's cutting the grass. It's a lawnmower season.
Yep, you got to do it at least once a week, or you're going to end up with weeds in the yard.
Well, I've got a gardener. We're posh. We pay a gardener.
Well, some people do. The average is like $40 to $60 for your average yard. They'll cut the grass for you.
Well, they do like the back garden. We've only got a small back garden, and then they do the hedges. That's more money. And
well,
they do
yeah.
the front, and it's like, yeah, it's round about that. But obviously I can't cut the grass, and my mum's not fit to do it. Yeah. Because I used to always cut the grass, before all this happened,
My son does that for a side job. When he ain't got weightlifting or football practice, he's cutting grass.
Oh, I used to have. Well, the house I used to stay in years back. Honestly, it was a nightmare. The front and the side bit and the back garden, and they were big. It was a big front garden, a big back garden, and I'm like, no. It killed me cutting it, you let it get long, it goes dead high, and like, I just couldn't be bothered cutting it. Then, I started cutting the grass, and oh my God. That's what the upstairs neighbours said. I'm sure I seen a tiger in your back garden. I'm saying, what are you talking about? The grass is that long. You cheeky bastard, they said.
Yeah, I got to move the camera over here so you can get a look at it.
If it's bothering you that much, then you cut it for me. No.
And they're building another skyscraper there. But the buildings here aren't all that tall, not like Chicago and your bigger cities.
Yeah. Do you know what? I feel really bad for Mimi with that landlord charging an extra $70. That's crap. The landlords are assholes, honestly. That's not good though. But the landlord knows that she's got a daughter and all that, and they do not have any sympathy or nothing. No, we're just knocking extra
Gary, but right there where it says Nissan, that's Nissan Stadium. That's where the Tennessee Titans play football. Now it's going to be beyond the trees. But right next door to there used to be a TA truck stop. They tore it down and made it a parking lot for the stadium.
Yeah.
I liked parking
Yeah.
there because it's right next to downtown. I can easily get a cab or an Uber and go to the clubs down there that got karaoke and everything. Can't do that anymore. And there's no truck stop near here.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Honestly, it's unbelievable. Yeah, I'm going to actually probably. I'm going to finish that Mafia remake, the full game. Not today, obviously, but I've already done over 3 hours. Well, that racing bit was hard though, innit? That, oh my god.
Oh,
But I managed to get it first time. But I wish I could work out how to share the screen to play that Hangman. I need to do it like in StreamYard or somebody's, what is it? Sean Taber said, try messing around off live and share the screen and see if you can get it working. As I said, it just works the same. You'll still be able to share the screen off screen and test it, you know.
uh-huh.
So, try it sometime, you know. I just haven't get around it, you know. It's been a busy month. Well, April was, you know. And then, I don't know. We're getting mugs made and all that, hopefully soon. Sean, we're getting mugs made.
Oh, that's cool.
We're getting Jerry Boy TVG. It's going to say
Coffee
on the
mug.
mug, GBTV, the place to be. That's what's going to get put in my mugs.
And on the bottom, now this is very UK to do. Put a little hand with the middle finger sticking up, and when you drink out of it, that's what people see.
Yeah.
At the bottom of the cup.
That'd be funny. And then maybe caps, you know, hats that say GBTV on it. And maybe could get her name on the caps as well. They're quite good. I have a a-hole neighbour. We brought a burner and he complains about us burning cardboard and he sprays his hose through the fence at us and then threatens to call the fire department. What an asshole. What a dick. That's terrible. Oh shit. That's terrible, that. Neighbours can be assholes sometimes. Listen, our new neighbour doesn't even speak to us.
Yeah, not like back when we were kids. Everybody in your neighborhood knew who you were.
Well, not now though. It's different days now, isn't it?
And we used to do a thing called go outside and play.
Yeah.
It was a weird thing.
No, we didn't have all this internet crap.
Yeah, we didn't have the internet. I mean, we had arcades, but you still hung out with people. And if you had the high score asteroids, you were the man until they unplugged it.
Yeah. It's funny. Space Invaders, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that was a big one. But asteroids is what started it all.
And then Pac-Man, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's when the arcades really exploded when they came out with Pac-Man.
And then
You couldn't even get near the machine.
Mrs. Pac-Man. Mrs. Pac-Man. And Alex the Kid. All the kind of games, you know.
But I always loved playing pinball. I mean, I did play asteroids and whatnot, but I mostly would play pinball. And some of these pinball machine games, man, they do something that's going to make you laugh because it's ridiculously stupid. And there was an old pinball game came out, I think, in '81. It was called Flash, and that one was ridiculously funny. And there's the Star Wars one. It's at the truck stop in Rochelle, in the Petro there, and it's not old. It's one of the newer ones. It's got the the TV screen at the bottom there. It shows you animations of what's going to happen if you go and shoot the ball up this ramp or whatever. It was Star Wars, right? Well, I'm doing really good, right? I got the multi-ball thing going. At one time, I had like 8 balls at one time, but I had 3 going at this time, and I had to make it up the loop again. And here, Yoda comes at the bottom of the screen going, "Ew, extra ball you have." I lost it. I started laughing, and that was the end of the game. I couldn't play anymore. The balls were going between the flippers. I wasn't playing as effectively as I normally could.
Handballs.
Ew, extra ball you have.
Yeah,
I
I
lost,
know.
I lost
You
it.
lost it just as quick as getting it, though, didn't you? I'm like, jeez.
And they know people are going to play this are Star Wars fans. And when they hear Yoda say that, oh, yeah, everybody's going to be laughing. And then they're going to lose their balls, is what's going to happen. I think they did that on purpose.
Yeah, probably. I usually like the game, what's that? Boulder Dash. And Paperboy. Oh, wow, God. That's way back. I like Tammy. Paperboy. Where you had to throw the paper at the oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, I remember doing that as a kid. Had a paper route. And there was an old lady that was mean to everybody. I remember one morning, early morning, she came up to get her a newspaper, and she was waiting on it, but she was bent over and was picking something. She was wearing nothing but her bathrobe, right? I don't know if she had anything on underneath. She bent over for something in the bushes, and I slung that newspaper, smacked her right in the ass with it. That was hilarious. Because I'm right on back.
That's what the game was like. You had to throw the paper, go along the bike and throw the paper.
Oh, I was a crack shot. I was from the road. We were sitting in the back of the pickup truck. I was good at chucking the paper, and it would come in and it would crash right into the screen door, made a loud bang, and that means your newspaper showed up, and it would land right there in front of the door. Well, my accuracy was a little bit off that day.
You could just imagine the complaint. That paper boy's an asshole. He hit me in the ass with the newspaper.
Well, the Sunday editions were the big ones, and they were heavy. And there was an old man walking a dog, and I didn't see him. And I chucked it, and it hit the old man in the head.
You would, though, Tommy, wouldn't you? You'd get bonus points for that in the game. For that in the ass.
Yeah, but that was. I remember my brother Jack yelling out, "That was a hell of a shot!" I said, all I did was just go like this. But see, we're driving and going at a rapid rate, I just used the velocity of you moving. You don't have to throw it really hard.
Oh, yeah.
That's why those newspapers, if you're driving at least, maybe 15, 20 miles an hour, and then those papers, you just barely got to toss them and they'll go flying. Because you're moving.
Put them in plastic bag things just in case it was raining.
Yes.
And then you used to, yeah.
Yeah, you always look at the weather forecast. And sometimes if there's going to be dew on the ground or whatever, we would use the plastic.
Yeah. Hey, you little asshole. Next time you throw the paper, make sure you hit my fucking lawn, you dick. That's funny though, isn't it?
You chuck the paper. We usually started delivering at like 4 or 5 in the morning, and for the first couple hours, we would either band or put them in plastic, and we'd have a big pile of them in the back of the pickup truck,
Yeah.
And whoever was driving had the easier job. It was like all he had to do. The only time he stopped is if they bought the box that went under their mailbox, you had to put it in there. That was whoever was driving's duty, and that was easy. We were the ones that mostly chucking them left and right. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, we usually have a 3,000 house paper route. It would take about 4 or 5 hours to run that. If you had people helping you, you could get it done pretty quickly. Sunday editions, oh my God, that was a disaster.
Well, it's one today.
Because they put all the coupons in the Sunday edition, and it was really big and heavy.
Oh, it's 17. That's quite good for Scotland. Oh,
Yeah,
nice and warm.
Yeah, I only bought one issue of a Guardian once. And to me, that was like buying the New York Post. Excuse me.
Wasn't a missed call, though. Because I was on that talking. I was on one. Said a missed call on that Google Meets, but I was on that call.
Yeah. Tammy, is that the only newspaper left in England is the Guardian?
The Daily Record, the Sun.
Yeah, because the internet is what destroyed newspapers. There's only very few newspapers
now, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
There's like apps that you get online newspapers in your mobile.
What do you get up in Scotland? The Guardian?
We get the Daily Record, the Sun, the Guardian, and other things, yeah.
You probably get the Wall Street Journal, too.
Why do you need to buy a newspaper? The news, you can get the news anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We used to get newspapers. It was good for wiping your ass when you run out of toilet paper sometimes. Only trouble is you had to print all over your ass and somebody said, why does it say Times in your ass? What? What are you doing looking at my ass?
Yeah, we delivered the Chicago Tribune, and when me and my mom moved to South Carolina, we did the Augusta Chronicle.
Yeah, it's kind of weird though.
But the Chicago Tribune,
it's not very comfortable though, wiping your ass with fucking newspaper. You'd be better off using sandpaper. It just feels the same.
Yeah, but it happened to me one time when I was a kid where I had to get up and get a roll of toilet paper from underneath the sink. And I told myself, ever since I was a little kid, if I don't see toilet paper, I won't go until I get a roll. That's why that never happens to me.
Crazy.
And my two favorites is the Charmin 2-ply and the Quilted Northern.
Yeah. Oh, I wish them. Oh, have they brought another? Back to the Future? I was watching Times Square live on YouTube, and I seen a Back to the Future thing up on the board.
Yeah, they're trying to bolster because I think they're really thinking about remaking it, and I'm like, that's not going to happen. Not going to work.
Oh, so they've not made it. I thought, they made that. Look, put Tom Holland in it or something.
I'd like to see them continue the story. Christopher Lloyd can come back and bring the kids back, but they've been probably in their 20s now. Jules and Vern, his two sons,
Chills and Vern.
and they could bring Michael J. Fox back, but it could be his son. Just do
Now,
Michael J. Fox as a small cameo.
Michael J. Fox said in an article somewhere, he said, they don't need to make another Back to the Future. It's fine what's there.
But they'd come back in that flying train. I thought that was really cool.
I don't think Michael J. Fox wants them to be another Back to the Future. He thinks they don't need to make another again. And I totally agree, to be honest.
Because my kids' generation, my daughter Beth, they're wanting to relive the 80s, is what it is. They're the first generation that has looked back and say, we really like the 80s. They love our music. My daughter rated all my CDs and tapes that I had from back then that were in the attic. She's been sitting there listening to them all. She goes, Dad, this is really good music. I'm like, knock yourself out.
Yeah. Good stuff. It's a good day.
I just find it interesting that, my daughter wants to relive our golden years, our teenage years, which is kind of cool. We had the best music. We had the best clothes. We were Gen Xers. We knew we were getting screwed, so that's why we were rebellious. And we had the best generation of music there was.
Yeah.
Because if you listen to the news, you hear nothing but the boomers complaining or the Gen Zers. They skip over us. We knew we were going to be the forgotten generation.
Yeah, I know. Terrible. I did do, do you know what I did do though the other night? I did the sunrise stream again. It was dark when I put the phone on. You couldn't see shit when you looked at the phone, but then it slowly get light. And you seen the sun coming up. Well, that's what it says, sunrise stream, Very good.
Yeah, but it's funny. No generation likes the boomers except for the Gen Xers. We just deal with it. But they hate the boom generation. The Gen Zers and the millennials, they like us. They just hate the boomers. And that makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Because the boomers are dying off and they're not the majority anymore. The Gen Zers are the majority now.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I like the old 80s movies, but I just can't watch them now, to be honest. It's like, they don't feel the same. Like when you watched them back in the day,
Yeah.
Watching them now, you're like, I remember watching that when I was like certain age, Yeah, well, we all get old someday.
Yep. That's why they brought back the torn jeans look. It's still popular now, especially with the girls. I'm like, that's our generation. That's 80s there.
Yeah, the knees all wrapped and stuff.
And the stonewashed jeans.
Yeah.
I'd like to see those make a comeback.
And they said, no, it's designer jeans. What? I could get a pair of jeans and wrap the knee. How's that designer?
Well, the girls back in the day, and it was that female singer. I cannot remember her name.
Tiffany?
No, it wasn't Tiffany. She sang rock and roll. She cut from one stitching to the other to where the right ass cheek would come out, the bottom of it, the hole there. I can't remember her name, but she made that real popular, and all the girls started doing it.
Yeah.
It was the right butt cheek would come out, I thought it was hot, A lot of the girls were doing that. I can't remember the singer. She was a one-hit wonder.
Oh,
I think it was Samantha Fox was her name. She started that.
oh, Page 3 girl, Samantha Fox.
But I took a
Oh,
razor
yeah.
blade
I
and I went.
remember she had a song. What was the name of that Samantha Fox song again? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was pretty popular. I can't remember it either. But I took a razor blade and I would go from stitching to stitching on both sides. And every 3 inches, I'd make a cut. And I washed them and then I dried them for hours. And when I pulled them out, it looked like hair all the way down. It was really cool. I only got to wear them a couple of times before they fell apart, but everybody in
Oh,
school loved it.
that was the song Touch Me, I Want Your Body.
Oh, okay.
Touch me, touch me. Now there's a weird tune.
Yeah, and then in the
What
MTV
really
video, they would focus because she had a fat butt. They focused on her butt and the cut and the jeans there because all the teenage girls started doing that.
Yeah. Yes. It is a bit of string to hang them in the weird, isn't it, though? Tammy, it's weird. There was the days, though, but they were the days. You
Well,
didn't
Tammy should remember that. She's a Gen Xer, I think.
sitting in the house constantly fixated to a laptop. Shit.
Yeah, Mimi.
Years, you know.
Yeah, Mimi's the beginning of the millennials, I believe.
Mimi, yeah.
I think it was 82 is the cutoff. If you're born in 83, that's the start of the millennials.
Yeah, I don't know, honestly. But it was, I was born in 1982. Oh, were you, Tammy? Good
Tammy
stuff.
is at the ass end of the Gen Xers.
Yeah, that makes me old. That makes me older than you, Tammy. Jeez. It's bad when you, oh, I'm older than them. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I think it's. I know it's 1965 to 82 is Gen X.
I was born 69.
The summer of love.
Good position as well. Sorry. Tammy was saying stuff earlier. That was funny, Tammy. Them things you were saying about the, you know. Anyway. The summer of love. Free love. That was a good times, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the millennials go from 83, I believe, to 2001. And then after 2002 to, I think 2020 is the Gen Z. Because we're coming into a new generation now called Generation Alpha.
Probably Elon Musk, Generation X. I don't know. X, because it's not called Twitter anymore. But people still call it Twitter. They don't call it X. They say Twitter. I said it's not called Twitter. I don't care what it's called. That's what it is, Twitter.
Well, we were X, and the millennials are actually Generation Y, and then now we're Generation Z. They went back in the alphabet and went back to A.
Yeah, I know. There's people still say Twitter.
Yeah.
They even saw a lot of YouTubers that say, check me out on Twitter. I'm saying it's not even called Twitter anymore.
Oh, I got to tell you guys, the only thing celestial to look forward to, because here in America we had, another great American eclipse. The only thing celestial to look forward to would be this will affect the entire planet, I'm saying. And April 13th, a Friday in 2029, Apophis, it's about the size of the Rose Bowl, is going to pass Earth just under where our satellites are. That's how close
Oh,
it's going to pass us. Now, if it doesn't hit us and it threads a 600-mile keyhole, is what they call it, a keyhole.
yeah.
If it misses us, it'll swing around the sun and hit us 7 years later.
Jeez.
Now, it's going to be devastating, and it is projected to hit 500 kilometers off the coast of Santa Monica. So the west coast of the United States is going to get hit pretty hard by a tidal wave.
Oh, that's not good. I mean, top of all this, we'll getting threatening to launch nukes, and then we're getting all this. That's great. What a world we're in. If we don't get nuked and we get hit with that, and then
The problem is not necessarily the asteroid hitting. It is going to hit so hard, it's going to cause the water to captivate, and it's going to keep doing that. The first time the water goes up, it's going to go up 3 miles where the asteroid hit, and it's going to come down. It's going to captivate, and it's going to slosh back up as it comes down. So there's going to be multiple waves hitting our west coast.
Oh dear. Honestly. It's crazy. Crazy, man.
Yeah, that's going to be the devastating part. See, it's still big, but it's not as big as the one that wiped out all the dinosaurs. That was 6 miles wide. This one's about the size of the Rose Bowl. Or I'll tell you what, it's about twice the size as Wimbledon Stadium, if that helps you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy.
But that's where it's projected. Now, the scientists can be wrong, yes. But a lot of times they're right. Because the eclipse that happened a few weeks ago, that was predicted 150 to 200 years ago, the scientists back then. So I think they're getting pretty good at prediction.
I predict a riot.
It's all mathematics is what it is. Sometimes the mathematics can be wrong.
Well, I don't think mathematics is going to help us if a nuke gets launched.
Yeah, it's all gravity and how, say some large celestial body passes at near right angles to that asteroid, and it can move it away, or it can move it right into us.
Every time I keep saying that to my mom, she says, "Stop saying that there's going to be a nuke." I said, "Well, that Putin's an absolute tit." Every time I ask people to say that, but he's not stupid enough to launch a nuke because he knows if he did that, it'd be over for him as well.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I don't own beachfront property out in California. I wouldn't want to be selling right now if I owned it, just to get away from it.
I'm surprised they're not cashing in this, like, case there is a nuclear war, nuclear shelters. I'm surprised they're not selling them now.
Yeah, but why would they nuke Scotland? Why would they nuke Scotland? You guys don't bother anybody.
Yeah, but it depends. I mean, somebody said it depends, though, what nuke they launch. Not every nuke's going to wipe out the world.
Yeah, if they hit the UK, I know London's going to get hit. We know that. But any military bases near you would probably get hit.
But then, apparently Russia's got the big nuke that could wipe out most of the world. I don't know how true that is, though. A lot of people have said, yeah, but like that's been there for ages. How do they know it even works now?
I wouldn't want to know or find out.
No, I wouldn't want to test it. No, that's one vehicle you wouldn't want to take in a test drive.
Me, I'm like, screw it going to war. Let's get like our top three leaders of every country, and if there's a disagreement, put them all in a ring and let them fight it out. We get to
I
watch.
just, I, yeah, I think Putin just wants to get what he wants. You know, you can see that Zelensky's keeping it going. They should just fucking,
Yeah, let Zelensky and Putin duke it out in the boxing ring.
yeah,
There would be a lot of money floating around. Everybody'd be betting.
yeah.
That'd be a good way to make a lot of money. Let's gamble. Yeah, I bet Putin kicks his ass.
Well, where I live is where they tested the bouncing bomb. Really, Tommy? Didn't know that. Didn't know that. What's a
Yeah,
bouncing bomb?
we little people are the ones that are always fighting the wars, you know, but the elite rich never do, and we're have to be slaughtered at their behest. It's like, no. Oh, why don't we let you rich people duke it out?
It's like they say in the Fallout games, war never changes. Well, that's true, it doesn't. Because it's war. They did do a good job of that Fallout series, though. It's quite good.
Because our
And
government
that
will not admit.
Shogun, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, very good. Like the internet. There are a lot of people in our government that don't like the internet. Why? Because we are connecting from other people from other countries, and it's like, okay, we're going to war with Scotland. It's like, no, the fuck we ain't. I got friends that live in Scotland. Well, what's your problem? See, they'll run into this issue where it puts a human face, and you've made friends with these people, and they're no different than we are. But yet these idiots want to go to war with a gun. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Screw you. You don't like them people? Why don't you go over there and fight them?
Yeah, I know. But it's so weird. Where did no, that's there. Oh, I've lost my controller. See what's happening in the news. Not that I give them monkeys, to be honest. As long as it's not any like bad news. Man, that was weird that did in London. She's not up.
Yeah, I'm serious. If we go to war like with the UK or whatever, I'd be like, I'm not going to do that. And I only got one son, so he's definitely not going. And I'm like, you don't like those people? You go over and fight them. I mean, we fought the UK for hundreds of years. I don't think we need to fight each other anymore.
Oh, yeah.
But we get somebody stupid like Trump that was insulting everybody that we were allies. We're our typical allies. It's like I had to go to all my friends in Germany, UK, and Canada. I'm like, this asshole ain't speaking for me. They were laughing at me and saying, we already know.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? Honestly, it's just terrible. I don't know, honestly. Enormous black spending. I'm not even talking about black hole there. Black hole is spending money, really. Yeah, but
I'd like to have seen Margaret Thatcher duke it out with old Ronald Reagan. Well, that would put them in a boxing ring.
Well, Maggie, why don't you just bend over and I'll show you a good time? Because you know I've got a big rocket here just waiting for you. That'd be funny. Oh,
After they're laying in the ring and they're all beat each other to hell and back, we were like, what were they fighting over? That would be hilarious.
It'd be funny though, wouldn't it? Oh dear.
What it is the human race as a whole is grown up and gone beyond warfare because nobody wants it
Yeah.
except for the rich elite in the United States want it. The ones who own Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, and Boeing.
Yeah, I don't, I don't, yeah, I don't, well, I don't know fuck all, to be honest. I don't think anybody wants to launch a nuke, to be honest, because it's just not, you know, it wouldn't benefit anybody, you know, to be honest, but, you know. There's always a threat of that when I was growing up. Let's be honest, Sean, honestly. When I grew
You-
up, there's always threats of nuclear fucking weapons, you
oh
know.
yeah, but you want to know what really made a turn and it made an impact to where even Russia saw the movie. All of our leaders watched this. The movie the day after, they didn't
Yeah.
release it in the theater. They released it on TV, and I had to argue with my mom to watch that. Try to get it on Netflix where the day after. There are a lot of actors in that.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
a total thermonuclear war would do, and they all watched it, and the leaders were like, "Maybe this is not just a good idea."
Of course it's not, man. It's just stupid.
Because everybody dies.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, Putin's using that to try and scare people. And that's why you keep saying it. Because you think if I just say I'll launch this, and if they do this, I'll launch it. That's only to scare. Somebody said that's only to scare people. That's him just throwing his weight about. Like somebody said, he's acting like a gangster.
Uh
Um,
huh.
you know.
No. They need because our government will not allow Zelensky to go to bargaining table and settle this whole thing because there's only one way to settle this whole conflict because Ukraine is lost. A lot of their men have gotten slaughtered, and the problem is you can keep sending them weapons, but they don't have very many men to keep up the fighting anymore. And they're going to end up doing what they did to Yugoslavia. They're going to bust it up like they did Yugoslavia.
And then you've got these like whatever coming out saying if Ukraine lost, that's bad for the world. I'm saying, how's it bad for the world? They're saying because if Putin gets that, who's to say he'll not start in a different country?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean this shows our hypocrisy in the United States here. Like over in Israel, Gaza Strip, we're sending Israel the weapons to bomb those fucking people, but and yet we're sending food over there for the people in Gaza. It's either one or the other, you dipshit. And I would rather send over food and aid to those people that are getting slaughtered. And yes, it's a genocide. Our government won't say that word. They know it's a genocide.
yeah, it's bad.
And by me saying that, I'll be called anti Semitic. I'm like, no, I'm pro Semitic because the Palestinians are also Semitic people. So how can I be anti Semitic if I support the Palestinians? So that kills that argument right away.
Oh, protests in New York. Well, there's the first.
Oh, they're doing it. All the colleges throughout the world, all over the world are protesting.
Honestly. Man, I don't know. I don't know, but I don't think there'll be a nuclear war, to be honest. I just don't think it. I mean, even Putin must have the sense to think, yeah, that's just stupid. He's only saying that to scare people.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the only one that is stupid and crazy enough to use one would be Benjamin Netanyahu. I call him Mr. Yahoo. Yes, he would be crazy enough to use one.
Or what about Fatso, Kim Jong?
Kim Jong Un? No,
Yeah.
that's a happy kid, and he smiles all the time when you see him, and he's always hugging people. And I'm like, dictators do not hug other people ever.
Oh, come here. Let me give you a hug. I'm not going to.
I mean, look at him when they show him on the news, but they don't show him doing that anymore. You always see him smiling. He's giving people hugs and everything because he went to school in Switzerland. He is a humane type person. Like Dennis Rodman, the basketball player, went over there and got to know him. And Rodman says, "Hey, he is a good kid." And he's wanting Obama to talk to him, but Obama wouldn't talk to him. We got to keep up the scare factor. This guy's evil and all this other bullshit. We always got to have that boogeyman, so we always have a reason to go to war and kill people. And that's America. And I'm not proud of it either. Well, it's not America. It's the ones who are being ruled by. The ones who make the decisions without having direct democracy and let the people decide instead of having it decided for us. Like we don't get to vote on sending Israel more bombs and shit. Our government does. And the people... 70% of them, over 70% of Americans are saying no. We don't support this genocide. And yes, a lot of them are Jewish too.
Yeah. I don't know, honestly. Financial report. I mean, honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, see, they throw out the anti-Semitic thing there because, it's like, I don't care what you are. I didn't say anything about your religion. I can care less what religion you are. It's what you're doing to people, killing innocent civilians by bombing the shit out of these people and committing a genocide. I'm against that. And whoever is doing that, but our government will not identify it as a genocide. Because like some of our people in government slipped up and was talking about Ukraine. They're slaughtering these people and creating a genocide and this and that. I'm like, are you talking about Israel? Oh, they hate that. Like, no, you're talking about Israel. That's not necessarily going on in the Ukraine. So they want to talk about having President Putin up for war crimes. I'm like, really? What about when we invaded those sovereign nations, Afghanistan and Iraq, that had nothing to do with 9/11?
Yeah.
That was the war crimes we committed over there.
I'm still interested to know what Trump means when he said I could end the war in 24 hours. How the fuck's he going to end the war in 24 hours?
He's a liar.
He probably started the war in 24 hours. Yeah.
I could stop it pretty quickly. Let me be the admiral of the 7th Fleet that's in the Mediterranean right now. Oh, I'll put a stop to it within 24 hours. I'd be like, where I'm gonna want every aircraft off this aircraft carrier fully loaded, and we're destroying every military target that we know about, and they do. I'd level that freaking country. All military targets would be blown away, and if I see a ICBM coming out of a side missile silo, it's going to get hit right away. I would totally crush all their military power, and I would probably be thrown in Fort Leavenworth the rest of my life. But that would put a stop to the bullshit.
Oh, we could just send Ryan in, and he could like I'm just Ryan, if you're watching, I'm joking. He could he could he could you know. He could just let the wind go and they'd say, "Oh no."
Because I still remember June 8th, 1967. And I'm not letting that go.
Yeah.
Because every male in my family served this great country and could have ended up giving up their life for it.
In America. Jeez.
Uh-huh. But see, you'll never hear the media or our government ever mention that date. What happened to the USS Liberty? And I'm like, I corner these people. Said, do you support our military or do you support Israel? You can't be both.
Shut dust them. Yeah.
And when people learn about June 8th, 1967, if they're real Americans and had people serve, they'll turn their back on Israel in a New York minute.
Send them all a good pizza. They'll be good after that, you know. Just fuck that. Just send them pizza and booze. What are they tents? Jeez. That's a lot of tents.
Yeah, but the sad thing is there's a lot of Americans over there fighting with the Israelis. On the Israeli side. Mercenaries. Yeah. Former military.
Well, send in Sam
Fisher. Keep going.
Send in Sam Fisher. He'll solve it all. That's the character in the Splinter Cell again. Send over Sam Fisher.
Yeah, I want Russia to get involved. And here's why. They have an anti-aircraft system that is deadly. I think it's called S-900. Oh, you will get knocked out of the sky. I wish Russia would get involved and sell that anti-aircraft system all over the Middle East, like in Lebanon, Syria, Gaza Strip. Put them in there, and they won't send their jets over there anymore. As soon as they launch their jets, that S-900 will knock them right out of the sky. That'll put an end to the bombing.
It's like, you know, somebody said, there's no need to use nuclear weapons. No need.
But Mr. Yahoo is probably the only one in the world that's crazy enough to use one.
Don't need, honestly. Terrible. I don't know. Crazy. I don't know. I don't know, honestly, to be honest. I hope it never comes to them being used, to be honest.
See, what it is Biden is in the uncomfortable position, along with everybody that's been elected in the Senate and the House. See, in order to run for public office, you have to sign this small piece of paper that they slip in all the paperwork you got to fill out to get elected to public office. I know that because I thought about running for mayor in my town. And they had that in there. I'm like, what's this? What does this country have anything to do with me serving the people of my district here? Or the people of my town? Because I thought about becoming a representative too. They're like, well, you won't get any electoral funding if you do not sign that pledge. It's called a pledge to Israel that you will not speak out against Israel, and you have to sign it in order to get money to run your campaign. And I'm like, I'm not signing this. You say whoever signed this, and I was boisterous about it. I said, whoever signed this in the past, this is written treason right here. That's exactly what it is.
They're all tooled up over there in the protest there, Sean. Whoa.
That's why Biden signed it, and he's stuck. I know Biden does not like having to send weapons over to them because he knows what, and they all do. But they have no choice because they signed that pledge, and he'll lose his campaign funding for it.
That's that dude with the sword in London, man. He did the police shooting at him. He's holding that samurai thing up. Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about that. You guys told me about that. But if I was Joe Biden, I would tell Benjamin Netanyahu, I said, you can kiss my Gentile ass. I am not helping you.
Anonymous black hole? What were they talking about Natalie for? I'm only joking. Oh, my. Yeah.
Hey, well, I gotta end this live stream because I gotta get to a truck wash and I gotta find one and I gotta use my phone to do it. Jerry, if you start a live stream, I'll jump in, okay? Just to let you know.
Oh no, I'll be getting a wee bit of sleep before, you know.
Oh, okay. But I'll see y'all later. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to y'all later. Happy May Day. Happy May Day. Bye-bye, guys.